Good Friday evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Before we get to today's top news stories, let's take a quick look outside our weather window. And cloudy skies throughout most of the day. I really thought we would see partly cloudy conditions at times today, but mainly it just stayed cloudy out there, at least mostly cloudy, but still not too bad a day. We did dry out somewhat today, and that trend will continue for the most part tomorrow. But then, as we get later into the weekend, things will really change. We will see some snow in our passes and in the northern mountains, while us in the lowlands and the valleys, we will see rain showers mixed with snow both Saturday, Sunday, and into Monday. I think Tuesday will be improving for us. So 3 days of wet weather, and we'll talk more about that coming up a little bit later on. And now a few of the stories we're following for you tonight. East Wenatchee Police and the Chelan County Sheriff's Office are asking for the public's help identifying a woman they suspect of slashing tires on at least 4 cars. Firefighters took a semi-truck trailer filled with burning garbage from the Waste Management Wenatchee transfer station to the landfill in East Wenatchee, where it was dumped and doused yesterday. And Governor Jay Inslee said Thursday that 2 of the state's 8 regions are eligible on Monday to move to Phase 2 of the state's Healthy Washington reopening plan under new requirements he outlined. But first, we begin tonight. A Wenatchee homeowner faces possible criminal charges for allegedly allowing illegal drug sales and use on her property. Wenatchee police say the Pearl Street property owned by 55-year-old Eva Shrinick has been a consistent nuisance with at least 30 reports of drug activity and multiple arrests of drug suspects using that property since 2019. Police arrested Shrinick on Wednesday on suspicion of maintaining a drug property. She was released on her own recognizance. Prosecutors have until Monday to file any charges. East Wenatchee Police and the Chelan County Sheriff's Office are asking for the public's help identifying a woman they suspect of slashing tires on at least 4 cars. The agencies say the vandalism has occurred over the past 4 weeks in both Leavenworth and East Wenatchee. The woman is described as about 5 feet 3 inches tall and about 120 pounds. Police say she was wearing a dark coat with fur-type trim around the hood. Anyone who has information on the suspect is asked to call the East Wenatchee Police Department. That phone number is 884-9511 or the Rivercom non-emergency number at 663-9911. Firefighters took a semi-truck trailer filled with burning garbage from the Waste Management Wenatchee transfer station to the landfill in East Wenatchee, where it was dumped and doused yesterday. Chelan County Fire District 1 responded just before noon to what was reported as a commercial fire at the transfer station to find the fire burning in the trailer. The trailer was being used to take garbage from the station in South Wenatchee Avenue to the landfill. Firefighters sprayed water and foam on the fire before deciding to hook it up to a truck and take it to the landfill. That, according to Kay McKellar, who's the public information officer for the fire district. A tilt was used to dump the burning debris, which was then spread out and extinguished by workers at the landfill. The semi and trailer were escorted to the landfill by fire trucks from both Chelan and Douglas counties. What caused the garbage to ignite is under investigation. Governor Jay Inslee said yesterday that 2 of the state's 8 regions are eligible on Monday to move to Phase 2 of the state's Healthy Washington reopening plan. That's under new requirements, he outlined. Both regions are on the west side of the state. The Northeast region, which includes Chelan, Douglas, Grant, and Okanagan counties, remains in Phase 1. Cleared for Phase 2, which allows indoor dining, among other things, were the Puget Sound region and the West region. The Puget Sound region includes King, Snohomish, and Pierce counties. The West region includes Thurston, Grays Harbor, and Pacific counties. Inslee said the regions became eligible to move to Phase 2 after changes were made to the metrics of the Healthy Washington Roadmap to Recovery plan. The plan now requires a region to meet 3 of the 4 metrics instead of all 4. In the state's report last Friday, the Northeast region had met 2 of the metrics and fallen just short on a 3rd. Well, coming up next, Moses Lake gets its own mass vaccination site this weekend at the Grant County Fairgrounds. A North Central Washington state legislator says now is the time for public broadband internet in Washington. And trail users and a park ranger pitched in to help an injured eagle found last week on the Rocky Reach Trail. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
Mary Maids of Wenatchee has been professionally cleaning and sanitizing homes and businesses in north central Washington since 1998. Mary Maids uses commercial-grade cleaners and viricides. Mary Maids has implemented additional safety and sanitation protocols. They are strictly following CDC guidelines for the safety of their clients and employees. For expert help with cleaning and sanitizing your home or business, call or look up Mary Maids of Wenatchee to schedule your free estimate today.
I'm Tom from Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. At Alpine Air, we think of ourselves as customer service-oriented retailers. When you make an appointment, please visit our store, meet our people, see our shop. We are serious about heating and air conditioning. Carrier and Alpine Air are offering huge factory rebates and financing options for all your needs. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air. Call for your free replacement estimate. Heat and air, call Alpine Air, 662-6846.
Winter is a great time to trade in your current hot tub. Turn your old hot tub into money with Blue Lagoon Pool & Spa's trade-in program. You can save $500 to $1,000 off of any new artesian spa or take advantage of a free Bluetooth music experience. Blue Lagoon Pool & Spa recommends draining your hot tub every 3 months. Ask us about our drain and refill special. Stop on by Blue Lagoon Pool & Spa today.
Welcome back. In another news, with Wenatchee's COVID-19 mass vaccination site in full effect, Moses Lake is now the next to open an inoculation center. Samaritan Healthcare, the Grant County Public Health District, and the Grant County Vaccine Task Force have partnered to host a drive-through event at the Grant County Fairgrounds. Appointments for the Saturday event are already full, and organizers expect to dispense about 1,000 doses that day. Samaritan still offers drive-through vaccinations Monday through Friday at its clinic. If you qualify for the vaccine, you can schedule an appointment. That phone number, 764-3335. Well, a North Central Washington state legislator says now is the time for public broadband internet in Washington. Representative Alex Ybarra of Quincy is a key sponsor of House Bill 1336, which would lift restrictions on cities, towns, and counties creating their own broadband services. Port districts and PUDs would also be allowed to create broadband services, but only if there are no retail service providers that are willing. In a hearing Wednesday, Ybarra said the bill is geared toward rural areas with few internet options.
For me, whatever the vehicle it takes to get broadband to our kids, that's what we need to do. Some of us, and maybe a lot of folks that are listening, don't know, but I was a school board member for 8 years, and I can just tell you that there was so many kids that didn't have internet in my school district and needed it. And with the pandemic that's going on, they need even more. In fact, not just the kids, but also the parents. There's pieces of the legislation that I'm going through that I probably want to change a little bit to make it a little bit better, so other folks can also provide the internet if the PUDs or the municipalities can't do it or are unwilling to do it. We want to make sure that other industries are able to supply that internet.
House Bill 1336 now goes to an executive hearing in the House Community and Economic Development Committee. That's coming up on February 5th. Trail users and a park ranger pitched in to help an injured eagle found last week on the Rocky Reach Trail. Lincoln Rock State Park Ranger Dennis Lott said passerbys contacted him about the eagle on January 20th, and he found the bird next to the Columbia River with a dislocated wing. Lotz and 2 other park employees caught the eagle the next morning and loaded it into a dog crate. Lott says Paws and Claws Veterinary Hospital in East Wenatchee treated the eagle and said it was too badly injured to be relocated into the wild. They're still looking for an animal education center where the bird can spend its retirement. You're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News. Coming up next, tonight's feature story and your complete local weather forecast. That and much more still to come on the NCWLIFE Evening News. Please stay with us.
The 2021 models are arriving at Sangster Motors. General Motors is on the move with the all-new 2021 Yukon. Yukon is redesigned from the ground up with a bold new look and all the latest technology. Also new is the Canyon AT4 pickup. This off-road equipped mid-size truck will challenge any rival for performance and value. Both of these models will offer Duramax diesel options for maximum power and economy. The American Challenge is game on at Sangster Motors now.
Nice fish. Yeah, that's a beauty. We'll take that one. Whew. Oh boy, that hillside is steep. Ooh.
WorkSharp presents the Northwest Outdoorsman.
Watch for new episodes of the Northwest Outdoorsman on the NCWLIFE channel, your local TV station.
Are you ready to freshen up your home? Boswell's expansive two-story showroom is filled with high-quality furniture that's always discounted to give you their best price every day. Boswell's is receiving new furniture deliveries each week, so you'll be sure to find just what you need for your home without the wait. Complimentary design assistance and free local delivery. Superior customer service and the best value for your money. Start at Boswell's on Easy Street. It's closer than you think.
We're here because of the children, because the children need to be protected. Their needs aren't being met.
They didn't ask for any of this stuff. It's not their choices that got them here.
The more adults that a child has that love them, the better off they are.
Children need a whole community to raise them. And if we can do any little thing, it makes a big difference in the child's life.
Welcome back to the NCWLIFE Evening News. Time now for our weekly feature from the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society called Paws for Pets. Tonight, NCWLIFE's Megan McPherson introduces us to Crystal the dog.
Hey guys, Megan with the NCWLIFE channel. We are here with Jenny, the volunteer coordinator at the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society, and Crystal is joining us this week. Can you tell us about Crystal?
I sure can. Crystal is one of those dogs that kind of gets stuck here for a little while, and that's because she needs to be the only pet. Her thing is people. She absolutely loves people. She's super affectionate to people. Our volunteers will sit in the kennel with her, and it just calms her. Kind of takes away all the extra noise that we have around here. So she's kind of looking for a home that somebody can spend a lot of time with her, hang out with her, and make her their companion. I mean, she'll be super loyal and lovely. She does have a bit of leash reactivity, and so she kind of needs somebody that is experienced with that and can deal with that. We've been working with her here at the shelter quite a bit on it, and she's getting better and better, so we know she can get there. She just needs somebody that's willing to help her out along the way. But she is a lovely dog, and she's so affectionate, aren't you? She wants to greet everyone she sees.
And what should someone do if they want to adopt Crystal?
Well, Crystal's ready to go today, and so they just need to call the shelter at 662-9577. And I believe actually they might need to talk to Karen, our behavior manager, to kind of go over some of her issues, and then they can come down and meet her. So perfect. Yeah. Right? Yeah.
The Wenatchee Valley Humane Society is located at 1474 South Wenatchee Avenue and is open by appointment only. Call them at 509-662-9577 to schedule a meet and greet or visit their website at wenatcheehumane.org.
Time now to take a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast. Hope you had a great Friday. We had pretty much a mostly cloudy weather day across North Central Washington. This view looking down from our cross camera up on Wenatchee Heights. And thank you to Sky-Fi and Localtel for providing this beautiful shot today. Clouds were low enough though at times this afternoon to obscure at least the tops of the Cascade foothills, and that kept our temperatures down across most of North Central Washington too. High temperature today, still not too shabby though, was it? About 38 degrees. I guess that's about where we thought we'd be for today, a tick above our normal temperature of 37. Low temperature this morning 30, normal is 26 degrees. We did pick up another 5/100ths of an inch of moisture, and now we're at 1.61 inches for the year, which, as I mentioned last night, is a good 6/10 over where we should be for this time of year. By the way, I skipped it. Record high 53 on this date, and that was in 1974. It was a cold one in 1969. 9 below zero. Sunrise 7:30 this morning, and the sun will set this afternoon at 5:59. Let's take a look now at how things will shape up as we get you into the upcoming weekend. And tomorrow it will be a pretty decent day. A lot like today. We'll see some low clouds and then partly cloudy skies at times. Nice and mild in the Columbia Basin. Moses Lake 44, Quincy 41, mid-30s, maybe upper 30s in the Wenatchee Valley. Wenatchee at 37, and that goes for Eniat, Chelan, and up into Omak tomorrow. Now as we take a look at that surface loop, we'll go through our next 7 days. Tonight, cloudy skies. We could see a little bit of patchy fog developing overnight tonight, so if you are traveling early in the morning, you might see a little bit of that. And next storm system right here. Here's that frontal boundary, and as we make our way through Saturday, notice this is a southwesterly flow, which is very favorable for us to pick up moisture here in North Central Washington. Only about a 40% chance. That could be a little bit higher as we get into tomorrow. Maybe some snow mixed in too. And then Sunday, cloudy skies. We're going to stay with this very warm and wet weather pattern, a 50% chance for rain and snow, but also the beginning, believe it or not, a warming trend as our air continues to come up right from the south. A 50% chance for rain as we kick off our work week on Monday, and it will be unseasonably mild. We're not doubting the fact that the Tri-Cities could see 50 degrees as we get into Monday. Tuesday, it's going to stay pretty mild, but we're going to begin to see a slow cool down. Partly cloudy, it will be dry and unseasonably warm. The cool down is because high pressure is now building in, and it's going to start bringing us a northwesterly flow, so that will cool us down just a little bit. And by Wednesday, mostly sunny. Temperatures will be above normal, but not like Monday or Tuesday. We're talking temperatures on Wednesday, mainly about 40 degrees. Take a look now at your 7-day forecast. Tonight we will drop down to 29 degrees, and it will be a wet next 3 days. 40% chance of the wet stuff Saturday, 50 on both Sunday and Monday. But look at this nice warm up as we get into the first part of next week. 44 on both Monday and Tuesday. And then, as I mentioned, just cooling back a bit on Wednesday and Thursday with highs then in the lower 40s. And that's a look at your local weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
When you think of Doghouse Motorsports, you might think of motorcycles, but there's a lot more in this house. How about Honda power equipment? From snowblowers to lawnmowers to generators and even water pumps, Honda is the brand that sets the standards. Perhaps you need an ATV or UTV. The Doghouse has the largest selection anywhere. Did we mention watercraft and snowmobiles? And of course, we have motorcycles too. Back it up with terrific customer service and you have Wenatchee's best motorsports store 5 years running. Isn't it time for you to be in the Doghouse?
When Mike leaves town, it's a little scary. You never know who might be outside. But we feel safer inside knowing our home is being monitored by a local company. I can check our alarm from just about anywhere. So when we get home, I know it's safe.
Protect your family and save money with a local company. Switch your current security monitoring to Guardian Services from Localtel. Call Guardian Security from Localtel now or visit localtel.net to learn more.
With TV advertising, what we want to do is more deeply connect with the community.
People spot me in different parts around North Central, Costco and Wenatchee, say, hey, you're the pizza guy. And so they wouldn't know that if it weren't for the TV commercials we've done.
We've been here so long that people already know who we are and what we do, but to have that image flash on their television screen as opposed to just hearing it in the radio or seeing it in the newspaper. I just love the fact that we can actually put our finger on when a customer comes in and says, I saw your ad.
It's becoming increasingly difficult in this digital age to know where are your customers listening or watching, because I watch all the different channels that they watch too, like Cooking Channel, History Channel, and so it was wonderful to be able to be on there.
I would say that if you want to do business in Wenatchee, then you should connect with the people of Wenatchee, and there's no better way to do that than with NCWLIFE.
And now it's a sports update on the NCWLIFE channel.
And a happy Friday to you. Governor Inslee's announcement yesterday of a change in the metrics of moving from phase to phase in the roadmap to recovery doesn't mean we're going to be playing sports here anytime soon. The governor changed it so that regions in Washington must meet 3 of 4 metrics in order to move ahead. Now, currently, North Central Washington is down 2% in new COVID cases over a 14-day period, as well as below the 90% occupancy rate for ICU beds over a 7-day average. Now, that's good. The other side of it, not so good. We grew 41% in new hospitalizations and are above the 10% mark for new 7-day positive COVID tests. Local athletic directors have set February 16th as a decision date on moving ahead with season 1 for sports in our region. Currently, practice can be held, but we must be in phase 2 of the recovery plan in order to have games. The next time the state will have new numbers on whether regions have achieved goals to be able to move forward, February 15th. Well, in case you do have, or we do have games that return hopefully in March, NCWLIFE has put together a schedule of our broadcast plans. For the first time ever, we would broadcast swimming as Moses Lake and Wenatchee meet Eastmont at the Eastmont Aquatic Center on March 4th. That would be followed by Moses Lake and Wenatchee football the following night at Lee Bofto Field of the Apple Bowl. The weekend would culminate with the Eastmont hosting Moses Lake and girls soccer March 6th at 1 o'clock. In all, we plan to broadcast 16 events between swim and dive, football, girls soccer, and volleyball in March and early April. We'd wrap up the season 1 with a rematch of Eastmont and Wenatchee in the Apple Bowl April 2nd at 7 o'clock. Of course, we've learned all these schedules are in pencil and could change pending the pandemic. Well, Gonzaga improved to 16-0 on the season as the #1 team in the country easily handled San Diego last night, 90-62. The final, Drew Timme led the way for the Zags with 21 points, while Corey Kispert chipped in 13. Bulldogs are now 7-0 in West Coast Conference play. Gonzaga will stay in California, travel to Pepperdine tomorrow for a 5 o'clock game on ESPN2. Washington hosts Washington State Sunday at 5 o'clock, and that game broadcast on the Pac-12 network. Turning to the women's side, Gonzaga also victorious last night, downing Pacific 77-65. The Worth sisters were at it again, combining for 29 points in the win. Jen had 15, while Leanne 14, as the 18th ranked Bulldogs improved to 14-2 overall, 9-0 in West Coast Conference play. Washington State has a day game today, hosting number 6 Stanford the second time in 3 days. Also on the schedule, Gonzaga remains on the road at St. Mary's tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Washington set to host Stanford Sunday at 1. That's on the Pac-12 network. Well, keeping up with Haley Van List and her #1 Louisville Cardinals, they picked up a 79-68 win over North Carolina last night. Haley had 11 points and 4 assists, while teammate Olivia Cochran led the way with 17 points. Cardinals built a big lead at halftime, coasted to a 16-0 record, 9-0 in the ACC. Checking the Les Schwab NHL scoreboard from Thursday. A busy night. The Bruins blitzed the Penguins 4-1. New York edged Buffalo in overtime 3-2. Philadelphia was one better than New Jersey, winning at 3-2. Washington doubled up on the Islanders 6-3. Carolina shut out Tampa Bay in overtime 1-0. And Columbus edged Florida in overtime 3-2 in a shootout. Montreal topped Calgary 4-2. The busy night continued. Minnesota topping Los Angeles 5-3. Dallas exploded for 7 goals in its win over Detroit. Colorado shut out San Jose 3-0. Arizona edged Anaheim 3-2. It was Vancouver over Ottawa 4-1. Toronto edged Edmonton 4-3. Vegas and St. Louis postponed due to COVID. Only one game on the schedule today. The Blue Jackets visiting the Blackhawks. That game just underway. Coming up this weekend on the NCWLIFE channel, it starts with basketball tonight from January 18th of a year ago when Wenatchee hosted Moses Lake. The girls are first at 7, followed by the boys at 8:30. Saturday's action is from January 25th of 2020 when Wenatchee entertained Davis for the weekend. The girls' game is at 2 o'clock. The boys will be at 7. Then on Sunday, our Wenatchee Wild doubleheader is from November of 2019 as the Wild host Prince George at 2 o'clock. Then Wenatchee and Nanaimo will drop the puck at 7. Well, the kid is back. Ken Griffey Jr. is back in baseball. Sort of. The former Mariner Hall of Famer has been hired by Major League Baseball as a senior advisor to Commissioner Rob Manfred. Griffey's role will have a special emphasis on baseball operations and youth baseball development, particularly regarding improving diversity at amateur levels of the game. So they're asking the kid to make baseball cool for kids again. Griffey Jr. says, quote, "I'm humbled to be asked to work with Major League Baseball in this role. It will be an honor to represent the best sport in the world and to promote our game to among today's youth," end quote. Way to go, Griff. That's a look at sports news. I'm Eric Grandstrom. Have a great weekend. Be safe and sane. See you on Monday. Grant, back to you.
Thank you very much, Eric. In baseball, couldn't have picked a better guy, right? And as we leave you on this Friday night, if you've ever kept your young kids occupied with YouTube, and who hasn't during this pandemic, you're probably familiar with the children's entertainer known as Blippi. Well, on Monday, the video personality visited the Wenatchee River Institute in Leavenworth to shoot an upcoming segment about birdwatching. Blippi's creator originally hails from Ellensburg, and he's featured other learning sites around the Northwest in his educational video series. Very cool. Now let's check in with Dan Kuntz for a look at what's coming up Monday morning on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Dan?
Thank you very much, Grant. Join me on Monday's edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Of course, all anybody's going to be talking about on Monday is the big game, the Pro Bowl, which they're not playing this year. That's right, the Super Bowl is until next weekend. I forget about that. Anyway, I'll be here. We'll have news, we'll have weather, we'll have sports. We'll have a good time. Start your week February 1st with Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. We'll see you at 7 a.m. on Monday. Grant, back to you.
Have a great weekend, Dan. And before I let you go, let's take one more quick look at what you can expect weather-wise this weekend. And I'll tell you what, it's going to be a wet one. Here in the lowlands and valleys, we are going to see a mix of rain and snow on both Saturday, Sunday, and into Monday. And with the mountain areas, boy, it could be heavy snow at times. And we're talking elevations possibly around Winthrop, the Okanagan Highlands. Also could see some snow out of this weekend. But I really do believe that the Wenatchee Valley, Columbia Basin will mainly see some rain out of this weekend, because the good news out of all this, our temperatures will warm up. We're going to see high temperatures near 40 and then above 40 as we get into next week. And that's going to do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around North Central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at ncwlife.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks for joining us. Have a great weekend.
I'm Jenny Rojanasatian, and this is Guada TV. Every week we will be bringing you a first look at North Central Washington business, tech, and education news. You'll hear from local influencers and innovators who live right here in the Valley. Together, we'll discuss hot topics, current events, and resources that can support your business, our schools, and this community. Join me every week, and let's get inspired.
Winter is a great time to trade in your current hot tub. Turn your old hot tub into money with Blue Lagoon Pool & Spa's trade-in program. You can save $500 to $1,000 off of any new artesian spa or take advantage of a free Bluetooth music experience. Blue Lagoon Pool & Spa recommends draining your hot tub every 3 months. Ask us about our drain and refill special. Stop on by Blue Lagoon Pool & Spa today.
It's a nice fish. Yeah, that's a beauty. We'll take that one. Whew. Oh boy, that hillside is steep.
Worksharp presents the Northwest Outdoorsman.
Watch for new episodes of the Northwest Outdoorsman on the NCWLIFE channel, your local TV station.
Hey everyone, Fletcher and Amy Ellingson here from Live It Up. Join us every week as we answer your questions on health, wealth, and relationships.
We're all about you creating a life that you love, so tune in to Live It Up.